Did you know that the Olympic team trained here not so long ago? This was the location for the alpine skiing competition during Almaty 2017 Winter Universiade.
Зимняя универсиада по горнолыжным видам спорта.
Because of this event, a hotel, finished baths, and a medical center had been built here. In March 2023, the resort got into the Guinness Book of World Records as the highest night skiing slope. Today, our menu includes the dishes Quyrylgan Ishek Qaryn, Tonkerme, and tea Kiik Oty. Quyrylgan Ishek Qaryn dish is made of mutton intestines, which are highly beneficial for health. In different regions of the country, this dish has its special features. For example, in Kazakh region, they add rice to the mutton intestines. It is this version of the recipe that we will use today. I've already prepared the intestines for cooking. I washed them well in running water and stored them in a fermented milk product for some time.
Обязательно нужно выдерживать в любом кисломолочном продукте.
Chop the intestines very finely, to the point that they will be almost invisible after frying. That's the special feature of this dish. The cooking process is very fast. Any household used to have the ingredients prepared beforehand and stored at the house so that at any time a host would be ready to cook this dish. You could simply boil these ingredients and store them. Anyway, the next step is to fry our main ingredient with onions. In addition to the onions, we add various seasonings: salt, pepper, and a little bit of oregano. There is a variety of technologies used to cook this dish. The intestines can be boiled or stewed, while smoked intestines were considered the tastiest delicacy. There were also different methods of smoking. Some people used apple chips, alder, or even birch in some cases. During expeditions, I often observed that children enjoyed eating smoked intestines. This dish is quickly processed and improves digestion, as it has a lot of enzymes that speed up the process. The innards are chopped and ready to go into the pan.
Выложили на сковородку, нужно немножко посолить.
Let's add some salt and pepper and leave it for a few minutes. In the meantime, we chop the onions. Usually, you need a few of them. Now we'll put the onions into the pan as well and mix thoroughly. Leave it for a bit to get marinated.
Now that the innards are marinated, it's time to cook. Set the stove on medium heat setting. With the stove on, it's going to be a bit noisy in the kitchen. We start frying the intestines. You may have noticed that I didn't put any oil in here. The intestines have their own juices. But in order for them to cook properly, we're going to add some water. Let's put it on low heat setting. And while our dish is cooking, I'll share some very interesting facts with you. You've probably noticed that the dishes I make are very nourishing. The Kazakhs were never afraid of gaining weight because they had a very active lifestyle. Even entertainment activities involved movement. There is a very interesting game called Qazaqh. It literally means chasing the girl. A guy must catch up with a girl and get her handkerchief from her hand. This meant that he had the right to marry her. In turn, the girl chased the young man and struck him with a horsewhip to make him throw away the handkerchief. It meant that she refused the match. It was believed that this way you can challenge the guy and choose a worthy husband. Now it's simply a beautiful tradition. The intestines take about 15 to 20 minutes to cook. They're almost done. Let's add some oregano for pleasant flavor and leave it for 5 minutes to stew. In the meantime, we have already prepared some rice. Add a little water. Let our dish cook for another 5 to 7 minutes on low heat. Then turn off the stove. The dish is almost ready, but it should stay with the lid closed for 10 to 15 minutes. The next dish we will cook is Tonkerme. It's a dessert made from roasted ground wheat with some butter and sugar added to it. We prepared the wheat in advance, roasted it and ground it into flour. Now we add butter. A little bit of sugar and mix well. You can also use honey instead of sugar. Tonkerme is a traditional dish prepared by a mother-in-law for her daughter-in-law. At the most important moment when a woman went into labor, her mother-in-law cooked this dish and treated her daughter-in-law and gathered friends and relatives to it. Tonkerme dish stands for maternal love and care. It's very nourishing. After going through labor, a woman used to taste this dish, and her breast milk would immediately come in. Adding a little bit of water can help to assemble this dish. It smells nice. The aroma of roasted wheat is just delicious. Mix well and form into a round shape. Tonkerme was considered a traditional female dish. In the process of cooking this dish, older women used to pass on their knowledge and skills to the younger generation. This way, they expressed care and shared their wisdom.
Kazakhs have a lot of rituals that were conducted by women for women, and one of them is Besike salu. Besike salu literally translates to put in the cradle. It was a large-scale celebration. Relatives chose a woman who would put the baby in the cradle for the first time. She needed to be highly respected and have many children. It was believed that her good qualities would pass to the newborn. This woman would give her blessings and prepare the cradle for the baby. There's also another very interesting ritual. People covered the cradle with a beautiful embroidered shapan, which they believed would bring wealth. But if it was a boy, they would hang a bridle, thus wishing the boy courage and ingenuity. If it was a girl, they would hang jewelry as a symbol of beauty and wisdom.
The dishes are ready. But what kind of feast would it be without tea? We will make very tasty, healthy and aromatic tea, Kiik Oty. Kiik Oty means oregano. Kazakhs have always prepared different types of tea. Kiik Oty tea consists of green tea as a basis, mountain herbs, oregano, and crystallized sugar. Now we brew the tea. What a smell. We use boiling water to prepare the tea. The flavor of herbs opens up, and we get a healthy drink with vitamins. You can instantly smell the divine flavor. Leave it for a bit. Wait until the tea is fully steeped. Kazakhs used oregano for the preparation of various tinctures to treat coughs, nervous disorders, and stomach diseases. The Kiik Oty tea is now ready. The aroma is amazing. I recommend you all to make this tea at home. Have a nice meal.
After a delightful hearty lunch, the views of Ile Alata Mountains inspire me to go for a walk. I am Aygiri Musagajinova, and I will soon be back with you with new recipes.